Shit out the slow. Why we so slow today? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, people. X that out. What is good? What is good? Waiting on my homie, waiting on Kobe to get in here. Vibe a little bit while we doing it. Grab me something to sip on real quick. I'll be right back. like go somatic, automatic, static. If you're in the chat, leave a comment. Let me know you out there. Yeah. Let me know if you're out there in the chat, man. We're about to start soon. XR, what it do, my guy? Yes, sir. Hit that like. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe. Let me know you out there. We finna get it. Talk a little bit of this snake eyes. Get on why W hates its fans. And talk about the recent Disney shakeup. Is it going to be a plus minus? You know. Waiting on my guy Kobe to come through. XR, how you doing today, bro? You good? Yeah. Let's see where my guy at. He said he was on his way. My bad. Like I said, we just waiting. Oh, you chill, XR? What? You had a good day today, man? You ready to get into some things? Come on, there we go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Cause I'm ready to get this thing popping. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday, y'all. Let's get this thing cracking. Oh, that shit is ugly. Ooh, that's kind of hard. Ooh, let me turn this fan on. It's getting hot up in this one. All right. Ready, Kobe?
Bet. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Illuminati. That's the homie Kobe. Excuse me. It is Friday, my good people. The weekend is upon
Right.
us. How you feeling, Kobe? How you feeling?
I'm good. How about yourself, brother?
I'm good, man. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to take a load
Right.
off, just enjoy this weekend, man, and recuperate. You know, I had a long 2 weeks, matter, you know what I'm saying, with my pops passing. So I'm just trying to
Right.
recuperate, man, so I can, you know what I'm saying, get back going, get back right.
Right. I feel you. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Um, y'all know the routine. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I got to start getting like some animations or something going on when I start saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to support the channel, you can hit me on the Cash App. That's $Bluminati, $Bluminati, BLUMINATI. Don't forget the $ in front of it. And also, you can go to www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. If you would like to support the channel, that's all you got to do, man. That is all you have to do. Let's hop right on into it, man.
Let's do it.
Hop right on into it. What we got? So they did a Snake Eyes first look. Now it seems like, I mean, we talked about nostalgia yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
right? We talked about a lot of properties from the 80s, which could be rebooted or done. We even spoke on G.I. Joe a little bit yesterday. And it seems as soon as we speak on G.I. Joe yesterday, they give us some visuals, right? G.I. Joe Origins Snake Eyes is coming July 23rd, I want to say, if I'm correct. July 23rd. Seems like a lot of things they're planning on July 23rd. But Collider, and I'll go ahead and read this article real quick
Okay.
from Collider. Pull it up. There goes Snake Eyes. It says new Snake Eyes character poster shows off Henry Golding's ninja hero ahead of teaser trailer. Says Paramount Pictures has released a new Snake Eyes poster in order to get G.I. Joe fans hyped for the upcoming origin story feature film. Snake Eyes will star Henry Golden from Crazy Rich Asians in the new leading role and take a deep dive into his origin story. It says various G.I. Joe comic books offer different explanations for the Ninja Warriors' origins, but it looks like Paramount, MGM, and Skydance are taking a unique approach with the film. According to the official press release, upon arrival in Japan, the Arasaki teach Snake Eyes the ways of the Ninja Warrior while also providing something he's been longing for, a home. But when secrets from his past are revealed, Snake Eyes' honor and allegiance will be tested, even if it means losing the trust of those closest to him. This poster features the main character with the katana strapped to his back and facing away from the camera while glancing over his shoulder off to the side as if assessing some threat out of frame. Unlike the classic version of the character the fans know and love from TV and comic books, he's holding his helmet at his side. Starring alongside Golden will be Andrew Koji, Ursula
Mm-hmm.
Corberó. How you
Kubro.
pronounce it? If I'm butchering,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if I'm butchering it, my bad. Samara, Samara Weaving,
Mm-hmm.
Harukua Abe, Tahihiro Hira, and Akira Uas. Robert Schwenkt is directing the movie based on a screenplay from Evan Septopoulos. It's a lot of
Okay.
these names, man.
Right.
And according to the poster, Snake Eyes will debut in theaters July 23rd. And do I have the poster up? Hold on. Show the poster. And it was also some stills
Yeah,
from this
I saw some of
from
Samara
this flick.
Weaving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me do some of the stills right quick.
That,
But while that's loading, let me get XR. XR says, I'm not a huge fan of G.I. Joe, but I think this movies will be ruined by identity politics. Why do you say that, XR? I mean, what identity politics do you see at play for Snake Eyes?
right.
I'm kind of
I feel
confused
like
on
it
that.
shouldn't have any, it should be its own story. It's trying to tell an individual story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. You missing me on that one with
Yeah. I don't
the
understand that one.
politics.
Clarify.
Is are you talking about what is that? That's a figure. That's not what I'm looking for.
Mhm.
Toys. I'm not looking for the toys.
Right.
What are you talking about, XR? Because this is it's Snake Eyes. It's about a ninja warrior. I don't. Are
Right.
you
It's
trying to
got its
throw
own
like
little.
LGBTQ type in it? Well, go ahead, Kobe. My bad.
I feel like you said, it's a linear story. It don't have any. It shouldn't be trying to play off of something else. It's its own story. That's why they did this one,
Yeah,
to set it separate from
yeah.
the other
I don't.
movies.
Right. That this probably won't have anything to do with Cobra.
Right. None of
Or
that.
probably G.I. Joe. You might have it might
Uh-uh.
end up with, what I'm saying, Snake Eyes
Snake Eyes
and
becoming part
Storm
of
Shadow
GI
on
Joe.
their separate
Yeah.
ways. Yeah,
Right.
stuff like that, but I don't I
I
don't
don't
know.
see it being anything other than that.
Yeah. He says they are going to remove Snake Eyes mask that will neutralize the mystery of Snake Eyes.
Uh-huh. They already said he wasn't going to
But
have his mask on the
what's the
entire movie.
issue with
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
I
What's
could have
the
sworn
issue
this
with that?
was him becoming Snake Eyes. I'm pretty sure that's what this story is supposed to
Yeah,
be.
this is
Him
an
becoming
origin
Snake
story.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
And they've and in the books, he's they've done already. Matter of fact, in the book was a white man. So
Right.
I don't know. You lose me on that one, XR.
Lost
I
on
mean,
that one,
I
bro.
guess I understand a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they kind of a lot of allure was stolen from Logan or Wolverine with Me Too when they actually did his background, and you know what I'm saying, gave us a lot of the stuff that was going on with him, but it's still Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here's some of the images
The stills. Yeah.
right here.
Okay.
That's that one. That one. So yeah, this looks more so like
An origin story, like you said.
him trying to find his place in the world. So he shows up
Right.
in Japan, gets with that kind of origin story, finds family, you know what I'm saying, within the clan. Finds a kindred spirit in a brother, which would probably be Storm Shadow. They train
Right.
and they have to end going their separate ways because their ideologies probably get tested.
It
You know
clashed.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what they clash, and that's what I see happening. Because
Mhm.
the thing is, that's a dope picture of Snake Eyes right there. Oh, I mean
Sure
Storm
is.
Shadow.
Storm Shadow.
My
Yeah.
thing is, yeah, Snake Eyes is probably more American, more westernized, more American, and I'm pretty sure that's probably what we're gonna get. We're gonna get an Americanized Asian guy who
Right.
just so happens to go and show up in Japan looking for. If you're talking identity politics, he might be looking for his identity as far as who he
Right.
is. You know what I'm saying?
Who
So
he is.
he goes
Exactly right.
to Japan
Back to his homeland.
to try
Yeah.
to what I'm saying, figure out who he is.
Find himself.
So I don't have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
That sounds like a good origin story. Find out where you come from. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is that? Is that? They're not gonna have Lady Jane in this, are they? Or
I don't
Lady
think
J?
so.
No, that's Scarlet. That was Scarlet.
Scarlet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Scarlet right there.
And they
Yeah,
recasted her from
man.
from the other GI Joe movies as well.
Yeah,
Samara Weaving wasn't the original
and that's the
casting.
Baroness. So it has some Cobra to it.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
some
that
ties, maybe some
because you
early
got that's the
stuff
Baroness.
to see why he has a beef with them, why
Yeah.
he joins GI Joe, maybe yeah, or
Hmm.
how he gets recruited, or however. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, because it says right here, it says both Cobra and GI Joe take a backseat tunnel drama, the Arashikagi and the character. They're
Hmm.
absolutely an element, but it's looking at it this way. You meet somebody, watch the struggle leads to the world of G.I. Joe and Cobra. It does not start as a G.I. Joe Cobra movie. It starts as a Arashagi movie, a Snake Eyes character arc. You come to realize that the Arashagi are, as they've traditionally been, are affiliated with the Joes. Therefore, that
Right.
brings in Cobra. There's a gradual reveal that there's a larger world here. So, based off of that, that sounds dope because I didn't even think about that Ninja Clan being associated with the Joes.
Right. That
You
just
know what I'm
makes
saying?
it kind of gives them a little bit of depth and backstory as to why, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
G.I. Joe has a ninja that works with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. So
Yeah,
now you
yeah,
know
yeah. It's
because
pretty dope.
it's you know what I'm saying with Snake Eyes being one of their top operators, he probably isn't in the military. You know what I'm saying? So that would
Right.
mean
He's a
he's like
contractor,
a
private contractor. Yeah.
private contractor. Yeah. So that makes all the sense in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's a nice bear. Who is this? That's Ursula Corbero. I haven't. That name
I've
is
seen
not
her in
familiar.
something before. She looks familiar.
Mm, Samara Weaving. This looks
Yep.
good. Man.
It
If
does. It really does. If they do it right,
this can be
the stage, how they set
right,
these
that's what I
movies
was going.
going
If this can be
forward,
done right, can
it
be
can be
big.
solid. Right.
Yeah,
Completely reinvent the G.I. Joe franchise, modernize it for people.
yeah.
Because that's what
See,
they tried to do with the original ones, and it just didn't
so yeah,
work.
right. So yeah, I have an issue with uh the mask being removed as long as because he has to put the mask on first. He has
Right.
to. This is an origin story, so he
Right.
has to put the mask on, and there has to be a reason why he
A
doesn't talk.
reason.
Right?
Exactly.
Got a reason for that.
And I feel like that's got to be something that
Here's
goes
the yeah. It's got to be something. It's got to be something
right.
that matters. Here's the poster right here, which is kind of dope.
Right.
Neon in the back. Henry and would even never even probably would have picked this dude from Crazy Rich Asians to be to be
Right.
Snake Eyes. I never really looked at him. Have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
I have not. I have not.
Have you seen that?
I have not. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Yo.
Give me 1 second, y'all, man. I'm trying to figure this out. One second. I might have to restart my computer. I'm from the phone right now. Hold on. I just don't want to end this live. We're going good. Try to get it back, Kobe.
All right, take your time. Take your time.
While I reload, we can still
Shout it up. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me see what XR is saying. XR says, "Did you hear about the MC wanting to make a Hulk solo movie? I think it's too late. They already ruined the Hulk in Infinity War and Endgame. Also, Mark Buffalo is a comedian, not the real Bruce Banner." Kobe, you wanna talk on that while I do this computer thing real quick?
Yeah, sure. I got that. I got it. Yeah, I did read it, and I some of the YouTubers I read they kind of touched on it. Let me tell you what this is going to do. The solo Hulk film is to set up them having a different character play the Hulk going forward. I think a different version of the Hulk going forward. I feel like they kind of won't bring back his character so much because at this point he's already Professor Hulk. So they, at this point they don't really need the actor anymore. They could change him rather easily. But I feel like they're getting ready to switch it up some with the multiverse.
Yeah, and they might not even go forward, Mark Ruffalo.
Nope, exactly. I don't think they will.
Excuse me. Yeah, they could be really getting ready to change things, especially with what we were going to talk about later. So XR, you can hold on. We are going to talk some Disney. I guess it would still involve Marvel, Star Wars, stuff like that. But we are going to get into some Disney stuff. Matter of fact, I guess we'll go ahead and jump into the Disney stuff now.
Right.
Are you done with talking Snake Eyes?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited
with Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Wrapping up Snake Eye. Okay, on to the next. So Disney has new leadership woes. It was reported as soon as I get this computer back up and running. But Bob Iger, if I remember correctly, is stepping down.
Yep.
They had the earnings call. What's today? Friday? I think it was Wednesday. They did the earnings call and they missed every metric.
Wow.
They missed every metric. They missed streaming subscriptions. They missed earnings, revenue earnings, and it was something else they missed. Can't really recall. But I think a lot of what's going on, because it's been, and we talked about it, especially with the Marvel films, you know what I'm saying? I think they have a lot on their plate. This is just what I'm speculating on. When they did the big reveal with what they're going to be bringing to Disney Plus and all the TV shows, the different Marvel shows, different Star Wars shows, I think it was a lot for that, because a lot of this is based off of the streaming service.
Right.
And I think they got a lot on their plate. A lot of these executives, it's going to be hard to handle. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to get these things up and running. We felt that with WandaVision, and I think we felt that with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as far as them not having a lot of a lot of content was missing from both of those shows. You agree with me?
I agree 100%. 100%. It's I feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot with trying to promise too much with them having issues in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even read a
and I
report.
think it's there's, you know what I'm saying, it's chinks in the armor. It's chinks in
Right.
the armor. Before I brought you on the show, I was saying that it seems to me that Marvel's going to be taking, and now I'm gonna just encompass it into Disney. Disney is going to be taking some L's. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And these L's might actually hurt because streaming is new.
Yep.
It's a new arena. Even though they do have the content, it's about giving the content. Even let's look at what's going on right now.
Yep.
Right now, you have the Bad Batch playing on Friday,
Right.
and they move Loki to Wednesdays. Now, who you think the bigger real estate would be Fridays, right?
Of course.
But then they put the Bad Batch on Fridays and move Loki to Wednesdays, which makes no sense whatsoever. How do you justify that? Let me ask you that. How do you justify moving Loki, which is going to be the talk of social media, you know what I'm saying, to having the Bad Batch on Fridays? I don't get it. Nobody, not saying that the Bad Batch is bad. It's you know what I'm saying? I watched the first 2 episodes, good show, but it's not Loki. If you understand what I'm saying.
Okay. You got to look at what Disney Plus has had as far as wins already. The Mandalorian won, way bigger than WandaVision, way bigger than Falcon and Winter Soldier, way bigger than anything Marvel they've done. They're trying to take a stab at, because I think the Mandalorian episodes came out on Friday too, didn't they?
Yeah, everything's been Friday.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They're letting Loki take a back seat to Star Wars for right now, because Star Wars is making more money.
But the Bad Batch, like, it's cool to take a back seat. It's, you know, to me, it's no problem. You want to take a back seat, cool. But when you got a property, Bad Batch isn't bringing more viewership than Loki.
I mean, it's Star Wars though. I mean,
yeah, but they're hurting. Like Star Wars is hurting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's like I said. I was going to make the point that I'm pretty sure they even offered the job of taking over Lucasfilm to Feige as well, and he turned it down. Yeah, so they're hurting right now. They have to do something to keep that property up. You know what I'm saying, and keep it moving forward. And Friday's the day they feel like, okay, Loki's going to have the viewers, whether it's Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, doesn't matter. But to put Star Wars on Friday's the prime day, might as well. I mean, I feel like Loki can stand on its own 2 feet. They're afraid that Star Wars can't. But it's the Mandalorian had to cause viewers.
You think that's the best plan of action? Go ahead, put Bad Batch on Fridays to try to build some Star Wars momentum?
Possibly. I mean, because you got to think about it. The Star Wars fans have been upset about Star Wars movies for a while now.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a property that's, like you said, it's having small wins, but it's not winning. Marvel's winning. Everything they put out wins. You know what I'm saying? The last few Star Wars movies have not won. Rogue One, if you didn't see it, if you weren't a Star Wars fan, you didn't see it. Solo, you didn't see it if you weren't a Star Wars fan. Those movies did not win. You know what I'm saying? So The Mandalorian was kind of a from left field, you know what I'm saying, win just because of the writers and everything. So I feel like they're trying to build momentum with Star Wars. Star Wars is a big property that's really untapped. It's got just as much lore as Marvel does, if you ask me, that they can explore.
True. No, I mean, Star Wars, I'm not taking away how big the property is, but I am looking at the Bad Batch versus the momentum of a Loki or just a Marvel property in general.
Right.
And that's what I'm looking at. To your point of we need to get Bad Batch up to speed, or we need to get Star Wars Lucasfilm's properties up to speed so we can start capitalizing off of them.
Yep.
Okay. I get that.
If you
But
put the Bad Batch on Wednesday, it loses. It loses. Loki wins regardless. You put Star Wars on Wednesday, it loses. I think it's not because that's why I feel like they put it on Friday. It's the
so you think
hedge the bet, I guess.
so you think Bad Batch, you put it on Wednesday, it loses.
I think so. I think so. Wednesday morning? Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look to me.
All right, let's see what XR talking about. We are back. We are back. XR says all this is happening because Disney is pandering to China and the woke SW NPC coach. I don't know if they are, man. I really don't know if they are. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. I don't think that these power moves, so to speak, what's the word? These leadership shifts, I don't think have anything to do with China. You know what I'm saying? How do you agree with that?
Yeah. Like you said Bob Iger's just stepping down. I mean, I feel like that just means he's retiring without saying he's retiring, because Bob Iger's pretty old.
He's an old guy. Matter of fact, let me pull up this article now since I'm back up and running.
Back online, yeah.
Yeah. Pull up this article. All right. It says Disney exec shuffle reportedly spurs bruised egos amid Bob Iger exit. If I get some excerpts from here, because I don't want the article's kind of long. I don't want to go in too heavy. It says Disney's major leadership shift is rankling employees. A former chief executive, Bob Iger, prepares to step away from his role as executive chairman at the end of the year, according to the report. Newly minted CEO Bob Chapek is asserting more authority as longtime leader. Iger heads to the door, which has rubbed some staff the wrong way. So with reading that, just that first statement, it seems like Iger was more laid back. Let the creators create. It seems like Chapek wants to be hands-on, right?
Yep.
Different leadership style, different way he wants to run the company.
Very much so.
See. Says everyone is becoming more and more differential. This Chapek, an unnamed Disney executive, said things are radically different than when they were 6 months ago. The exec noted that the senior leaders have tried to insulate the creative team from all the upheaval. So, and you brought up Kevin Feige possibly courting Star Wars, or maybe somebody bringing and Chapek might have looked at that and said, nah, we're gonna keep everybody quarantined to their own corners. Kevin Feige, you cannot come over here and touch anything Star Wars.
Nope.
What's the other one? Filoni.
Yeah.
You got to stay over there with Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? You can't come over here and touch anything Marvel. So
Kathleen Kennedy is who that is actually.
Kathleen Kennedy, right? Can't touch anything Marvel related. Matter of fact, you can't even touch anything Disney. And it could be some of the stars, right? Let's say they wanted to use what was the comedian that was on Mandalorian? Can't think his name. But let's just you know what?
Bill Burr.
Let's say they wanted Bill Burr. Let's say Marvel wanted to use Bill Burr in a role. Maybe Chapek is like, nope. He strictly can only show up in Star Wars properties. So with this rearrangement, I guess what's the clear focus? We know the focus is streaming because AMC, a lot of these, it's the future. But I'm hearing that AMC and Regal, a lot of these movie theaters said Disney isn't playing ball with them when it comes to releasing their movies strictly on the big screen for that 45-day window, which could, would hurt theaters moving forward, because you got one of the biggest movie companies saying, nah, we'll give you a movie, but we also going to release it. We're going to keep doing our damn day, because WB said that they're only doing this just for this year.
Just this year, exactly.
They came out and said it, but it seems like Disney's kind of being underhanded and saying, I don't know. If we feel like we've got a movie, right? If we feel like we got a movie that can possibly be just as good on Disney Plus Premium, then we're also going to put it on Disney Plus Premium. Now, that doesn't go for every release, but if we deem a release that can go on there, we're going to do it.
Right.
And I don't think the movies, the theater chains really are vibing with that. So, but yeah, this big shakeup, man, I think and going back to what XR says about pandering to China, I don't know the new CEO. I don't know his viewpoint on China. I don't know. He might be with us. You know what I'm saying? He might be like, fuck China. I'm not pandering to them. I don't care about them. And it could be those up under him saying, nah, we need to keep China in our pocket. We need China to make these films successful. And he might be with us, because I don't necessarily think we need China to have these films successful. What I think needs to happen is we need to figure out what's the best budget for some of these films, because sometimes we overexert. Yeah, too much money when it's not needed. You know what I'm saying? Especially, and I know we're talking Disney, but let's go to a WB. Let's go WB real quick. They didn't want to do the Batman film that Ben Affleck wanted to do, because of money. Now, we know that Batman is kind of simple. You can do a dope, gritty Batman film with we don't need a lot of CGI with Batman. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a lot of that. It's a lot of practical things we can do with Batman. Give me a nice stunt team, right? Give me nice practical scenery. Give me wire work, stuff right. You know what I'm saying? And if you got the best director, he can make all that come alive in a big fashion. So Joker was filmed, I think was 80 million. Yep. 80 million to make Joker. That's it. 80 million. And it went on to damn near do $1 billion. Right? It's plenty of movies. We gotta quit thinking we gotta throw all the money to this summer blockbuster when we don't have to do that, because the name a Marvel name alone will sell it, right? You're already gonna get butts and seats by putting that Marvel stamp on it. Right. All you have to do is make a good movie. CGI here, CGI there.
Not overused.
Right, not overused. That's all you need. So $125 million budget. I know it sounds probably low for a Marvel movie, but I think that's probably all you need, especially if you're going to be making $600, $700, $800 million. You know what I'm saying? You're killing the game. So 125, throw an extra 50 million on top for marketing. I don't you know what I'm saying, but that's neither here nor there. It says they keep reading in this article. It says, while the reorganization, which created 3 content divisions, studios, general entertainment, and sports, was meant to produce a more harmonious workflow, it has caused more confusion. Employees gripe that the changes have made the workflow more convoluted than necessary, citing an extra managerial layer that stands in the way a project get made. And see, that's what I'm saying, that hands-on approach.
Right. I agree.
With me being the CEO, yeah, I gotta sign it. I gotta sign it off, saying, yeah, I'm agreeing like this, but I should already have guys who could really do that for me.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
And know what I'm going to be interested in. Know what makes money, and what's the wrap. Yeah. That's what you have studio heads for.
Yep. It says another big change that will cement Shapex Disney is widely anticipated end of the year departure of longtime well-respected Chief Creative Officer Alan Horn. So it's, I guess, talent is leaving, and that's another thing too. When you have talent leave, especially in this big organization like this, it's probably been there 10, 15, 20 years, and maybe they haven't passed down the knowledge, or maybe those up under that talent haven't soaked in the knowledge enough to keep things afloat.
Right.
Because that happens a lot too. Let's go back to XR says Marvel and WB needs to stop bastardizing, watering down, and ruining character stories to pander to the woke culture. And we spoke on this, XR, man. It's not the woke culture, it's just the way of the world today. You know what I'm saying? It's and I don't know if y'all follow Fantastic Frankie, but she kind of put up something today, you know, because she talks a lot about gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't follow Fantastic Frankie, y'all should follow her. It's exactly how it sounds, Fantastic Frankie, but it's IE, Frankie with the IE. But she talked about comic book readers ruining films. And when she said that, she talked about how we're so hardcore to the source material. That we will look at a film and kind of scoff at it, put our nose up. We'll ruin the experience for the regular people who just show up to watch the film. Right. You know what I'm saying? And XR, I think we might be in that boat. If you see what I'm saying, I don't want to put you in that boat, but when we say they need to quit bastardizing and watering down the ruining characters to pander to the woke culture, I'm gonna tell you this. Not that you have to pander to your audience, but your audience is the one who is watching the film. Right. The audience is the one that's listening to the music. That, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to art, you can make all the art you can make all the personal art you want. But if you want to sell this art, if you want to turn your art into a business, now you have to find the niche to sell it to. Right. You can paint dandelions all day long and say, man, this shit is the dopest shit since whenever. But if everybody look at that and be like, man, I don't want no damn dandelions. I don't want no dandelions. You know what I'm saying? You just constantly. For you then. Right. Right. It's just for you. And that's the thing. Disney isn't making movies for Disney. Nope. They're making movies us for everybody. For everybody to watch, and that also includes shareholders. You know what I'm saying? Those investors. Even with comic books have shareholders and investors. If an investor, like I'm gonna tell you this, what just happened with Disney, them not reaching the benchmarks that they set, it's gonna be some investors that's gonna look at Disney like, man, do I need to pull my money out? Because I need to recoup what I gave you. And if I'm not going to recoup what I gave you, why am I here? Why am I here? You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's not that they're pandering to the woke culture. They're just giving the people what's working best. And if it's the woke culture, or sprinkle in a little bit of the LGBTQ community, a little bit of the Black community, you know what I'm saying? Throw a little bit of some politics in there. If that's the formula that's working for them, they're going to stick to it. Right. They're going to stick to it. No matter what you say, man. Now you can, if you want, and like I said, if you want hardcore gritty, do it yourself. Make your own X-Men film as a fan film. Do it. If that's what, you know what I'm saying, if that's what you want. And once you do it, maybe you can even sell it to a Disney and say, hey, look, I got this many views on YouTube or wherever you uploaded it at. Right. It's working. I got the actors over here. It's good. Everybody likes it. Everybody's enjoying it. What do you think you can do with this? And maybe they'll take it. Maybe they'll look at your approach and say, hey, it works. But until then, they're going to look at what they've been doing and say, nah, this works. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's it. Because and we spoke about it too. Today's what character? Thor. I know you bring up Thor a lot. Today's Thor is not going to be the same as tomorrow's Thor or the next generation's Thor. It might be, they might have a mindless maniac Thor. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with the comics or anything that's going on. But they said, man, we're going to make Thor just this crazy Norse god, beer drinking, you know what I'm saying, womanizing, beat everything over the head with his hammer type character. And if they can find the right actor to pull that off and it works, they're going to go with that Thor. That's it. That's the bottom line. The Thor from Thor Ragnarok worked. Not only did it work well. You see what I'm saying? It worked well. You're part of the minority that didn't like it.
Right.
You're part of the minority. Hopefully they still give you something that you do like, but you're part of the minority.
Right.
He says, I hate Fat Thor. Well, it was, you got to think that metamorphosis of Thor was to show the failure of Thor. Mm-hmm. The mightiest Avenger, right? Couldn't get the job done. Not only that, he lost Asgard. His brother got killed. His father his father died. His
mom died.
So he lost everything. So to me, that's a person going through grief. That's a person going through the 5 stages of grief. You know what I'm saying? He could not get it. Not only did he lose everything, he couldn't even avenge. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't avenge what was taken from him. So yeah, Fat Thor. You get a Fat Thor. You get Fat Thor. You get a drunk, fat video game playing Thor. And I thought that was genius because
it humanized him.
It humanized him. I see that all the time when people go through certain things, they change. You know what I'm saying? You lose somebody, you're gonna change. So not only did Thor lose somebody, he lost everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No longer thought he could be the ruler of Asgard. He couldn't fill that seat. That chair was too big for him because he never learned how to rule. That's another thing too. He was not taught. I'm not gonna say he wasn't taught, but he always picked up. Right. He never picked up being a ruler. In the movies, he never picked that up. He was always on Midgard. That's where he was at. XR says the woke culture doesn't like womanizer man. You know what I'm gonna tell you this? If the story is good, no matter the culture, they're gonna like it. If they write a story about a womanizing man, and it's a good movie, good solid film, and they can maybe see a little piece of them, because just because this character might be a womanizer doesn't mean that they can't have empathy for him,
right?
Or sympathy, because that's another thing. Maybe they don't empathize, but maybe they have sympathy for him. Maybe they say, "Oh, I see why he does." You know what I'm saying? Okay, man, he had it rough though. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's womanizing is human. It's human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a human.
To have a flaw is human.
Yes.
That's it. Thor had a flaw.
Right.
And you got to see it firsthand. He didn't know how to deal with his grief. So what did he do? He sat up in his little tower, ordered in, drank beer, got fat, played video games. That's how he figured was the best way to deal with his grief.
Right.
Says he would never learn how to be King Thor in the MCU. No. And we don't need him to be King Thor.
It won't ever happen. It won't ever happen.
We don't need that. We don't even need him to be King Thor.
No.
All we need to know is the potential for him to be the king is there. But just like in the comics, when you're King Thor, your job is now heavily complicated. There's no more adventuring. There's, it's a lot of things that you can't do now because you have to deal with ruling.
Yep.
And Thor is a better adventurer than he is a ruler.
And warrior, yeah.
And warrior. And you wouldn't want to see a king. You don't want to see a King Thor, right? Now, the only king that I want to see is King Conan. I would love to see King Conan because it would be his last stand.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? King Conan will be his last stand. We'll see either the actor who plays Conan get killed and maybe pass, you know what I'm saying, his son come up or whatever, but that would be his last stand. And even King Conan does not want to be. Conan and Thor are kind of the same to me.
Right.
Them being, yeah, it sounds good, I want to be the king, but once they sit down in that throne and everybody comes in telling them stories and, you know what I'm saying, they reminisce for a little bit, have a good couple of laughs, and once it's quiet in the castle again and it's just him by himself, he like, man, I need to be out there busting heads.
Heavy is the head.
Yeah, heavy is the head that wear the crown, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
He says that's why you'll never see a freaky, flirty Rogue, She-Hulk, Black Cat, and Elektra because of Disney and the snowflakes. False. You will see all of that. You're gonna see all of that if it works.
It seems like you got predetermined notion that they're just not going to give you these stories that you want. Right. You never know. You don't know until it comes out.
If it works,
right?
It's got to work. They'll try it. They will try it. If it doesn't work, then they'll flip it to something else. But Rogue isn't. I mean, Rogue isn't flirty. She likes Gambit. That's her dude. So flirting with Gambit and making them a couple, people will love that.
Easy.
That's easy money. I can market Gambit and Rogue all day long in the movie.
Just like Joker and Harley Quinn. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
She-Hulk. She-Hulk might be a little bit harder to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's a way that they can do it that will work. You know what I'm saying? Or they might just get rid of that part of her the whole way through and just concentrate on her being a quirky lawyer who turns into a superhero. You know what I'm saying? They might just concentrate on that, not even give her a love life. Right. It might not be no need to have her having a love life. Maybe she's preoccupied with learning how to be She-Hulk. You see what I'm saying? Maybe down the line, Black Cat and Elektra. Black Cat, that's if they're going to do Black Cat, you have to add her sexuality into it. Just like with Catwoman. Them doing Catwoman over there at WB, they have to add the sexuality into it because these two characters are already overly sexualized.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they were made just for that, to be objectified.
To be eye candy, yeah.
Yeah. So those are two characters that you can't get away from having their, matter of fact, their sexuality, they work their sexuality to get ahead. You see what I'm saying? They use it, which is I'm not a feminist, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the best feminist in the world. I don't consider myself a feminist like that, but I'm pretty sure to be sexually free is on the feminists list of things that they want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me not speak for them, but I'm sure that's what it is. He says, bro, Disney is family friendly. Why do you think Tony Stark isn't a womanizer and drinker after Disney took over?
Because it was a different character arc.
Right.
They played Tony Stark to be like a daddy.
Right. And he's not that in the comics no more. They got away from that a long time ago. You know, they made a big thing about him and Hank Pym being real big alcoholics, right? And they challenged the drug addiction thing between them two. But after, I want to say like 95, 6, 7, 8, around that time, they quit that whole story. They quit that. It became about being a hero, right? They didn't want to show that type of a flaw in a hero. You know what I'm saying? They approached it like in the 80s. It was, you know, we're going to give you this grunge. We're going to give you some alcoholism, all of that. But you won't even see a cigarette in comic books nowadays. When the last time you seen Wolverine smoking a cigar? I'll wait. I'll wait. When last time you seen Lobo with a cigar in his mouth?
Yeah, that's true.
I'll wait. Because they pivoted away from that. I can still give you a dirty, gritty, grungy Wolverine or a dirty, gritty, grungy Lobo, without having them smoke cigars and cigarettes and being, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Wolverine isn't even a womanizer no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might go and get with Mystique, you know what I'm saying? But they'll run that for a couple issues. He's not everywhere slinging it.
Right.
They've gotten away from that. Because I need to sell to women. I want women to buy comic books. I need to sell to kids. I don't want to push kids wanting to run out, be Wolverine, and go grab a cigar and start smoking. You see what I'm saying? And then then I get sued.
Right.
Because that's another thing too. Legal liability.
Yes, 100%.
Legal liability plays a big role in what's going on. If you have Tony Stark down in Henny shots all day long and then going gripping an ass, and then this kid who reads Iron Man comics, he starts drinking, he go out and grope a female, and he says, man, I saw that in the Marvel comic. Whether Marvel gets sued or not, their stock is going to plummet because they don't want to be associated with that.
Hashtag boycott Marvel. Exactly what that'll be, yeah.
They don't want to be associated with that.
It's quick, too, with social media. It happens fast.
Right.
It's not like it was back then. Word of mouth and all that stuff. No, that happens instantaneously, my friend. Yeah.
Instant. So, yeah, anything that's viewed as negative or controversial for no reason. And I don't mean controversial as in, because I think they will still push the line on a couple of things. But if there's no need for it, that's another thing too. Mm-hmm. If there's no need for it, gratuitous violence, over sexualized, like was it Wonder Woman? Where they just ass shots of Wonder Woman for no reason that Joss Whedon was doing. That was, I'm sorry, Justice League. Yeah, we didn't need that. You didn't need a Gal Gadot ass shot every time her scene came up. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need Flash being goofy and then falling into Wonder Woman's breast. Like, we didn't need that. Why? It didn't help the story none. Didn't build any character development, none of that.
Nope, not at all.
Didn't need it.
Just made you guys look stupid.
Yep. He says they don't smoke or are womanizing anymore because of the woke SJW culture, feminist and anti-masculinity culture in the entertainment industry. Everything needs to cater to women and kids. But don't we always cater to women and kids? As a man.
Right.
As a man, don't you cater to women and kids? What is it? Hey, get the women and children out of here. Some shit about to go down.
Right. Right.
We always cater to women and kids. I'm missing the correlation here. If you're saying that they changed because of women and kids, yes. Yes, exactly. They changed because of women and kids.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big market.
I don't have an issue with that.
Nope.
Don't have an issue whatsoever. I think it was Tupac. The late great Tupac said this. They asked him, why does he make songs catered towards women? He said, guess who buys the albums? Women. Women buy CDs.
Men listen to music on the radio.
Right.
Because it's convenient. We're not going to go out of our way.
You see? Who else buys the albums? Kids.
Yep. Because
they shouldn't be buying the album.
Exactly. Exactly.
You see where I'm going with this?
Oh, no doubt. I'm with you.
He says, that's why I'm glad Disney doesn't own Spawn. They were bastardizing. We live in a pussified, feminized culture full of snowflakes and man-hating third-wave feminists. So nothing for grown-ass men then. It's a lot, but what do you do? As a grown man, let me ask you this.
Right.
Before I go on to the next topic about WB hating its fans. As a grown man, what do you want? Do you just want gratuitous violence, hardcore blood and guts? You know what I'm saying? Titties,
right,
ass,
nudity, right,
just nudity everywhere.
Extreme amounts of cursing.
Right. Extreme profanity. I mean, where's the line at? That's what I'm asking. Where's the line? Because you saying pussified. Remember these are comics.
Right.
These were for the longest kid books, kid stories. That's how adults looked at them.
Right.
Didn't think that they could generalize this big of a. Like I said, this is brand new. This is brand new.
It's never happened before.
20 years ago, this ain't on TV.
Not at all.
This ain't on the big screen. It's brand new to have comic books come to life on your screen the way it's doing. This is brand new territory. So yes, pussified. Yes, cater to women. Yes, cater to kids. Grown ass men, if you want to show up and watch it, by all means, show up and watch it.
If not, keep it moving. Go back to work.
Right, keep it moving. But guess who does the complaints? You know who call complaints in? Women. A man to say, I ain't watching that. Whatever.
Right. Who's writing about it on social media? Kids.
And women.
Yep.
That's who's pushing the culture. So if you're saying it's a pussified, feminized culture, yeah,
you're exactly right.
You're right.
They're in charge. Yeah.
But they are running the show on that avenue, I should say. That avenue. They are running the show.
Right.
That pen or the keyboard warriors, they run the show.
Yeah. They dictate a lot.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. Like I said, I'm a product of the 80s. Where Arnold Schwarzenegger come out, shoot everybody on the island, and go home, and we'd stand up and cheer. Rambo.
Man, I'm a big time Sleaze Fest TV. That used to be some of the best TV. 90s Sleaze TV.
What? I could sit down and watch Lone Wolf McQuade. I could sit down and watch RoboCop. I could sit down, all of these 80s, 90s, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. Gratuitous. You talk about gratuitous violence.
Right.
But guess what? If you want that, go watch that.
It's already there.
It's already there.
They make movies like that sometimes too.
Yeah, they still do. But if you want it, and this is another thing too, XR. If you want that to be the norm or to come back into fashion, you got to be the one to spearhead it.
Yep.
You got to get that train going. Gather up all your people who are also down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you're in the minority, so you're gonna be overlooked all day long.
You got to be your own movement, bro.
Yeah. Put that together. If that's what you want to see, put that together. Make sure that look at what they did with Snyder. Those people wanted to see the Snyder. What it was a 3-year-long campaign that they did for the Snyder Cut. They campaigned for 3 years to have that movie released and to be finished up and done.
Guess what happened?
The fans, look, if you got enough of XRs running around asking for that, they'll make it happen.
Bro, look at Sonic. That movie was done.
Yeah.
You realize they went back. Come on, man. And that was because it was online for 1 day.
They did one trailer. Fans went crazy. What the? No, that's not Sonic.
You see what happened? They redid all of Sonic for that movie.
Yep. Telling you, if you got a loud enough voice, they will acquiesce to it.
Of course.
He says funny because women make music songs hating, bitching, humiliating, and putting men down, while men make music about loving women. Hey, look, man. It's a hypocritical game. I'm with you.
Very much so. Very much so.
It's a hypocritical game, but guess what? That's the game.
That's the game.
That's what's being played right now. That's the game, man. I can sit here. I've had a conversation before.
Yep.
The things that y'all, you know what I'm saying, that women complain about, they go right out and do the same thing.
Exactly.
But
and then we'll get upset because we pushed them to that.
Yeah. I'm with you. Look, man. He-Man Woman. I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm part of the He-Man Woman Haters Club with the little rascals, man. No women allowed. I get it. I get it, man. But in today's world,
it doesn't work.
It don't work that way.
They've got a voice and it's loud and
loud.
It gets done.
Right. It's women. It's women in these boardrooms now.
Yep.
Well, it says completed.
It's women executives. Like he just brought up Kathleen Kennedy.
She's been a movie exec for 50 years.
Yeah. Deborah Snyder.
Yep.
Who else? Look at what they're doing with what's her name?
What's his face's sister? The guy that's doing Flash. What's his name?
Either way, you're getting a lot of more female. You're getting female directors, female executives, female producers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Writers. Yeah.
They put their influence into the story, my friend, and that's what you're seeing.
And if they're winning,
then they're gonna let them keep doing it.
Old girl from who just won the Oscar with Nomadland, who's doing
Eternals. Chloe Zhao.
Yeah.
That chick won an Oscar, bro.
You think they're gonna tell her no?
Nah, they're gonna tell her to do whatever she wants.
He says, lately most Marvel comics don't have even one drop of blood, thanks to Kevin Feige and the mouse. That's a lie. That's a lie. Marvel Comics operates on its own. Kevin Feige has nothing to do with the comics.
Right.
And we spoke on that. They have nothing to do with the comics.
Kevin Feige is Marvel Films, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yes.
Right. Matter of fact, go look at the cover of this latest Savage Avengers with Spider-Man getting the shit beat out of him by Conan. His whole face is beat up and bloody. You know what I'm saying? It's the threat has been the King in Black has been null. So it's been symbiotic blood or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But nah, you just had Hyperion. He just killed somebody. Can't think of who it was. But no, it's still gory. You still have certain comics that have the gore, stuff like that, man. You still have the sexual innuendos from certain characters. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that still exists. Comics are for a certain reader. Comic books. Feige looks at a comic book and says, "Oh, I want to do that. How can I put that on screen to a larger audience?" That's all Feige does when it comes to the comics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you can do as a fan. If I'm a Kevin Feige and I say I want to take this Wolverine book and turn it into a film, I know certain things just don't work on film. That's another thing too. Certain stunts, certain things, you know what I'm saying? The certain physics. That's the word. Certain physics cannot be duplicated on film. You know what I'm saying? That's just it, man. I'm gonna do these last two from XR, and then I'm gonna move on to the next subject. He says Kathleen Kennedy is a man-hating third-wave feminist. And he said, I heard that he also control over the comics too. No.
Not true.
I'm gonna tell you who's got control over the comics. I think it's still let me see. Okay, so they got a new editor-in-chief. It's CB Sabluski. But it used to be a guy who was actually an artist. What was the former one? It come to me.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Joe Quesada. Joe Quesada was like the man for a while. And then you had Alex Alonso. There's no Kevin Feige is not even nowhere near
right.
anything, any editors or any executive officers, anything to do with anything Marvel comics based, anything. So whoever told you that he has control of the comics, nah.
That's false.
I'm gonna tell you this: they would not let Kevin Feige come because he's he's just a fan.
He's a movie
He's
guy.
a fan.
He's a movie
But he's a
guy.
movie
Right.
guy. Right. All right. I'm gonna go on to the next subject about WB.
Okay.
All right. So I was
This title is so funny. Like it's so funny to think about.
but
Yeah.
it's kind of true.
Right. It really is.
And I wanted to bring this up like last week, but you know what I'm saying, due to circumstances, I just, you know what I'm saying, didn't have it in me. But I'm watching a lot of, it's a lot of people talk about WB. It's a lot of Snyder Cut fans, Snyder writers, that's what I call them. And they're waiting on the numbers, you know what I'm saying? They're seeing China put out, these crazy numbers, how good the Snyder Cut was. People talking about a black Superman. Why are you trying to give me a black Superman? Nobody asked for that. You know what I'm saying? And then I came across this one guy on the channel, and he said, y'all are just going to confuse fans. You're going to give a black Superman and say that he's from a different universe, but you haven't even completed the Prime universe yet. Like, nobody even knows what's going on with the Prime universe. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to DC. And it just made me think, DC just hates its fans, man. Like, and when I say DC, I mean the film side. Let me not say the comic side. What are they doing? What exactly are they doing? Like, you had big momentum. Snyder Cut came out. You could have grabbed that momentum, took it all the way to the bank. What are you doing? I'm gonna let you go, Kobe. I'm gonna let you go.
You know what I think they honestly need to do as far as DC goes with their movies?
Mm-hmm.
Stop live action. Stop it. Completely stop it. Because it's not working. What they're putting out is not translating well on screen. Fans are not enjoying it. It's not working. Their animated movies are just, they kill it. Story are always good. The action's always good. I think they need to just stick with these characters and make a whole cinematic universe animated. That's how you set yourself apart from Marvel. Stop trying to do what they do. They have their formula. It's working for them. Make animated movies and make them on a large scale. That's how they win. That's how they come back.
So you think they should do how Disney does with like Pixar or their Disney animated films?
Yes.
Make an animated film and take it to the big screen.
Yes. Computer animated, computer generated. That's fine. Then who cares about CGI at that point? It's already, all of it's CGI. Who cares about it being, whatever actor? It's a voice. They can get anybody to do the voice.
Right.
Pay some of these big actors to do their voice. You don't see their face, that means less money.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I feel like that's their only way they make it going forward. I feel like if they keep going forward the way they're going forward, they're going to have to drop the DC movies, honestly, in my opinion.
That's not a bad take, man. Not a bad take at all. I wasn't ready for the just drop it, but I do see either an implosion or an explosion happening, because I just got to say it. What's going on? We're finna get a Batman from a different universe.
Right.
Get this Flash, whatever's going on with Flash. We're gonna have two Batman in that. It's supposed to be some kind of a reboot. Then going forward, we're still gonna have Aquaman and Wonder. We're still gonna have Aquaman and Wonder Woman movies out there, which have to do with the Snyder Cut side of things, but it's not Snyder related.
It's not the Snyderverse.
Right. What the hell?
That makes absolutely no sense. If you're going to reboot the entire story, reboot these characters.
Cut it. Just cut it and reboot. Say, all right, we're going to start with the Batman, and this is going to be the new universe. Is Robert Pattinson is the Batman, and that's it going forward. XR asked, you saw how badass Jon Stewart looked in the Snyder Cut. Yes, I saw that. What's the actor's name? Carr. I think his name was Carr. His last name's Carr. But yeah, no, he looked dope. He looked real dope, man. But for some reason, DC hates Snyder. They hate the fans and they hate Snyder. When they came out a couple weeks back with the statement they made saying they got some good things up their sleeves, and I'm like, what good things you got up your sleeve? And I'm gonna tell you this: the Batman with Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson, it's gonna be a good. I believe it's gonna be a good film. I do.
It's gonna be a good movie.
Good movie. It's gonna be a good movie. But if you're trying to have some connective tissue with these films, with these franchises, you're gonna have to do better than that. You're gonna have to. You announced Zatanna, and what was the other film they announced? Oh, and you know what? I forgot about The Rock's
Black Adam.
Black Adam. Where does Black Adam fit in all of this? You see what I'm saying? Like
they're gonna tie him in with Shazam, but that's the thing. I mean,
but where does Shazam exist?
Right, and with the Justice League, why haven't you tied these movies together? That seems like they forgot about that part. That was like an afterthought. Oh shit, we were supposed to make these movies connect somehow, not just make movies.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you just want to make movies, then just make movies.
It shouldn't be called a cinematic universe because it's not.
No, don't call it that. Just make movies. We got a Shazam movie. It has nothing to do with Justice League.
With an overall story. Yep. Right.
And we might give you Shazam too, but it's just going to be the Shazam verse. We're going to give you Black Adam. Black Adam just exists with Black Adam.
Right. Be done with it. Stop trying to connect them. You're not connecting them right. And they're going to try to do a lot in this Flash movie to try to connect them all, and it's going to fail.
Yeah, they're running out of time.
Yep.
And I told you during this pandemic, this was the prime time to give the fans what they want.
Yeah.
It was prime time to fix all their woes that they had going on. Prime time. Matter of fact, they gave you Wonder Woman 1984. I guess they thought that was going to be the way to go. But remember, these are still Snyder's creations. So when I see Gal Gadot, I think Zack Snyder. When I see Jason Momoa, I think Zack Snyder. If Ben Affleck, anybody associated with those films going forward, to me, that's Snyderverse. Right? Am I wrong?
What I think it is I understand, but I feel like they're trying to keep these characters because it's got to be something with their contracts. They've got to have extended contracts or something that it's like, well, we can't afford to not pay them and get sued and not make these movies. So we just have to keep moving forward and take our lumps. I feel like that's kind of the boat they're in right now because, look at how many movies they have or how long they have Gal Gadot signed for to do Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And people like her as Wonder Woman. I don't. But people like Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I personally don't, but it is what it is. Right. I'm not the majority.
Right. But see, it's to me, even if they're trying to honor a contract, to me, this is how you do it. All right, we have this contract. We got to honor at least, like you said, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa. We got to honor them. Let's build off of them then. Right? It doesn't have to be the Snyderverse, but we can still build off the characters that Snyder gave us, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have he's them. Not right. He's not producing the film no more. Cool.
Right.
But we can still build off of these characters. No need to try to poo-poo and doo-doo on everything that Snyder gave you an alley-oop, right?
Gave you an easy way to win.
He gave you the alley-oop. Now let's just take it home. Snyder, it didn't work out as you as a producer, didn't work out with you as the director. We're going to go another direction. But guess what? We're keeping Gal Gadot on. We're keeping Jason Momoa. We're keeping Ben Affleck if he wants to come back. We're going to keep these characters. Everything. We're going to keep the situation that you built, and we're going to move it forward. You know what I'm saying? And that would have been easy. That would have been easy. You could have got the director you wanted to come in, and you could have got the producer that you wanted to come in to do these films. Because think about it. Every Marvel film is directed by a different person all the time. And that's the way they went. Only thing is they got one guy to oversee it all.
And he knows the lore inside and out.
You got one. To me, if I'm Disney, I mean not Disney. If I'm WB, maybe I enlist Jim Lee. He's not a movie guy, but maybe I just enlist him as a consultant to help with whoever the producer is that I pick to oversee what's going on with my DC division, right? Because even Kevin Feige is not the ultimate guy. I forgot who's the ultimate guy in Marvel films, but he's not the ultimate guy. So I get Jim Lee, I get whoever producer, executive producer that I need to oversee this whole DCEU thing, and we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Lee, he knows the lore. He's actually part of DC Comics. You know what I'm saying? He's drawn, he's written some of these stories, and we take it from there.
Right.
And to me, that's easy. Now I don't have to shut. And you know, it's another thing that's killing them too. CW, HBO Max, like you got 4 universes just floating around.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to bring the CW over into the big screen. Why?
Let them stay on TV.
Yeah, let them stay over there. They shouldn't be associated with the DCEU. They're CW. They started off that way. Let them stay over there.
Yep.
Then you get Stargirl and Doom Patrol and Titans. Don't have them cross over neither.
Nope.
Let them stay in wherever they're at.
Yep.
Just let them stay over there. Give the DCEU, if you're going to call it DCEU and it's going to be DCEU proper, make it that and make it so. I don't need Earth 1, Earth 2. We're not ready. You're not ready for that yet.
Not ready for that part yet.
Just give me the regular Earth first. Give me a good story arc. If the Snyder story arc didn't work for you, let's start over. Or let's continue and just leave that where it's at.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with this multiverse. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is them wiping the slate clean. Because I've always said that their end game is to make a live action Injustice style movie with all their characters together. That's their end game, honestly.
And you know, that's cool. I'm with that.
Yeah, but they got to get there first.
But you got to get there first. I got to be invested. I have to be invested into Lois Lane to understand, you know what I'm saying, to see Joker kill Lois Lane and then Superman kill Joker. Right? I got to be invested into these characters. I got to be invested into Wonder Woman leading, you know what I'm saying, choosing sides with Kal-El and Batman leading the resistance. I have to be invested.
Right.
Because right now, who's invested? Who's invested in these characters? You're finna try to throw Zatanna down my throat. I didn't ask for her. We're not ready for her yet. We're not ready. Hell, we almost wasn't ready for Shazam, but y'all made it so kid and family friendly that it had to work. It had to. Because Shazam, you know what Shazam reminded me of? The Tom Hanks movie Big.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Almost like a shot for shot, but a superhero movie.
Yep, that's exactly what it reminded me of. XR says CW, I don't know, IA is so trash. The first 2 Flash seasons were good. Now it's woke garbage. I haven't watched Flash or some of the CW stuff in a while.
Not in a while.
I do like the Lois of Superman. I do like that. Different take. But it's an actual strong Superman, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they really water his power set down
on TV.
Yeah, and I like that he's dealing with the duality of being Clark Kent and Superman, because a lot of times we don't get him
see that dynamic.
We don't see the struggle. You know what I'm saying? He just takes his glasses off, run off, go save the world. And next thing you know, he's back and they're like, "Oh, Clark, where you were at?" You know what I'm saying? Now we're actually seeing the struggle between him having to pick when he can go save the world or when he can tend to his family. You know what I'm saying? And that's real life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And plus, the character of Superman to me was always Clark Kent first. You know what I'm saying? He was always Clark Kent first. So Superman is secondary, which you know what I'm saying? I like that. But yeah, I agree, man. CW, I don't know about the woke stuff because, like I said, I've been watching it, but it's been going. it's been going downhill, man.
Fell off a long time ago.
Long
Arrow
time ago.
used to be good.
Yep, used to be good. I used to anticipate the crossovers.
Right.
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths and all that shit.
Yep, yeah. He says, did you hear about Jeffrey Dean Morgan wanting to play Lobo? The dude is too slim and old for that role. I haven't heard about that, but I don't think.
I heard he wanted to play Batman at one point.
I heard that was still on the table.
Yeah, he wanted to be like the Flashpoint Batman.
Yeah, he wanted to be Thomas Wayne, which he was Thomas Wayne in the movies. So
the animated.
No, he was Thomas Wayne in Batman vs Superman. Remember the beginning?
Right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was Thomas Wayne. So I don't have no problem with him being that Batman, because that Batman would be an older Batman anyway. You know what I'm saying? Him playing Lobo, he's like you said, is too slim. He has the voice for it, but he's too slim.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But that would, who would play a good Lobo? Now that you say that,
Momoa wouldn't have been a bad Lobo. He's got the look and everything. But
you know who would be? I hate to say it, but I think Batista would be a decent Lobo.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think Dave Batista would be a decent Lobo, man. I don't know the hair thing. I don't know how that look. You know what I'm saying? Them throwing a wig on him and stuff like that. But as far as he's got the build, he could be gritty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, could happen.
I can see him being a decent Lobo. Maybe if Tom Hardy beefed up a little bit.
I don't think they'll use him again in a decent.
Yeah, me neither. I just, I think if he beefed up a little bit. Now, I know Batista has been petitioning to be
Bane for a while now.
Yeah. I know he's been petitioning. Now, I know he doesn't look like Lobo. I was just thinking about the body type. Him being a semi mid-range, a good actor. You know what I'm saying? Because he has been showing his range a lot. He's been doing good. They say this Doom film that's coming out, you know what I'm saying, it's different. It's a different role for him than what we've been seeing.
Right.
And that's all I was saying. Like, it's about the build. I know it doesn't look like it, but I could see them using, some prosthetics and stuff and
something to change him look. Yeah,
making them, because some, you know what I'm saying, you never the work that they do on these people's faces, man. They could look at Tim Curry, and that was in the 80s. Tim Curry playing the Prince of Darkness in
Legend. Yeah,
man, that was a total transformation. You know what I'm saying? And that was just practical stuff. Imagine the stuff that they can do now. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly, make it look like a totally different person.
Yeah, totally different person, man. Totally. And you hate to get off subject, man, but I'm reading an article. I was on break. It was on lunch break, and you seen Short Circuit, right?
Short Circuit
with Johnny Five, the robot.
Oh, the old 80s movie, right?
Yeah. Okay, remember the Indian dude in that movie? It was the Indian guy. I'm gonna just bring it up. Man, because it messed me up, man. It really messed me up seeing the Indian guy.
Right.
His name is Fisher Stevens.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you.
Is a white guy.
Yep.
Oh, it threw me. I said, wait, what?
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I haven't watched it, and you knew that Fisher Stevens.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him in other
movies.
Yeah.
No, I had seen Fisher Stevens, the white guy.
Right.
I had never seen, but the Indian Fisher Stevens.
It kind of threw you for a loop. I understand.
I said, I was like, man, I'm today years old knowing that this dude did the best. This got to be we talk about blackface or brown face, whatever you want to call it. I'm finna share it right now, man. But that has got to be, if I'm Indian, I don't even think let me not say that, but I don't know if I could be mad. And this dude, look at this.
Yeah.
That's the same guy. I mean, that's a older picture of him. I was like, say what? No, that's the same guy. He had the accent down. He had it all. Man.
That's why if
that messed me up. Man.
That's why if you're a decent actor, that shouldn't matter. You're an actor.
Yep.
You're not making fun of the. You're paying homage. That's why I could never.
No, man, he said he wouldn't play. He wouldn't do that again though. But
no, none of them will do it. The guy who used to do Apu's voice on The Simpsons, or no, it was Dr. Hibbert. Yeah. Dr. Hibbert was a white guy. He doesn't even do the voice anymore.
Yeah, the black dude. Yeah, yeah. He said he doesn't do it. Yeah, they actually got a black guy to do it. And I think the Cleveland show.
Mike Henry
on the Cleveland show.
Mike Henry was Cleveland Brown, and he was a white guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They changed that out too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That I didn't mean to get off on a tangent like that, but that just that just messed me up because I'm like, no. When I read it, I said, that's y'all lying to me, man. Y'all, my whole childhood is ruined now. That was an Indian guy.
Right.
That was an Indian guy, man. Y'all fooled me. Y'all fooled me, man. Fisher Stevens. You got me, Fisher. Like, yeah, man. But no, WB hates his fans, man. They
that's the bottom line.
They hate their fans, man. WBDC, y'all hate y'all. Y'all gotta do better, man.
I ain't gonna say WB. I'm gonna say DC.
Because is it? And this is another thing too, man.
Okay.
What you got? What you about to say?
I feel like they have the same problem with every single. It doesn't matter if it's DC. It doesn't matter if it's their Village Roadshow. You know what I'm saying? That does the serious movies. It doesn't matter if it's the horror movies they've been doing. They follow the same trend with every movie. The first one gets a mediocre budget. It does well. And then they ruin it by putting it too big of a budget on it. They ruin it.
Yeah.
They ruin it. Just like I'm watching the trailer for the new Conjuring movie. All this, it's gonna be bad. I don't think
it's gonna be bad. Oh man, I love me a good horror movie. I love The Conjuring. I think that series is one of the better.
That's the thing, man. I'm a hardcore horror fan.
Me too.
I'm a tough critic when it comes to horror movies, man. And The Conjuring, I feel like this is what they're doing with the last one. It's not it. It's not it. It was not the way I wanted to see the story end.
It is. I did see it's a lot of CGI stuff going on.
They're gonna make it look more like it's gonna be kind of out there. I don't think it's gonna follow, you know what I'm saying, how the other ones that were kind of, I guess, grounded in some kind of realism.
Yeah.
This one is gonna be completely out there.
What's The Conjuring? Like, I haven't been scared by a horror movie.
Been a long time.
What's the last time I've been scared? I think, was it The Ring?
Nah, the Evil Dead remake in theaters was pretty nice.
That's real? That got you?
Oh, in the theaters? I saw it opening night. It was.
I went to see it. It didn't get me. I was expecting Ash. For some reason, I'm just looking for Ash to show. I knew he wasn't coming, but
he did at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
At the post credits, he did.
But I was looking for him to be in a movie somewhere.
It wasn't that the movie scared me, but you got to think about it. I watched Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness growing up, and it's like, okay, that was cheesy Evil Dead. Then we got Evil Dead for real. And it was like, that's the way.
It was good. I will say it was good. Whoever wrote it,
Fede Alvarez, it
was good. It was good. It was a good different way to tell that story.
Right.
And to bring it into modern times. And just to have the throwback special with her cutting her the hand off and using. Right. So that was dope, but it didn't scare me. I think what got me with The Ring, was it The Ring?
See, I haven't really been scared from a movie like that.
It was The Ring. Yeah. It was The Ring. Not like scared, but like it made, my heart beat a little bit. I kind of sat up, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the actual one that got me a little bit, you know what? Blair Witch. The first Blair Witch.
Okay.
It got me a little bit because how old was I when I came? That was in high school. Was I in high school?
Yeah, I would have been like what, 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
me and my homeboy, we went to go see it, and where my parents stay is some woods back there in the back. I get in my room, window wide open.
Oh no, yeah.
It's dark, woods and trees. It's raining. So
Yeah.
I'm looking, making sure ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that I had that same feeling with the Friday the 13th movies back in the day, stuff like that. So I that nostalgia came back for me. It wasn't necessarily that I was scared. I knew it wasn't nothing out there, but it was.
I feel you.
Let me take a second look. Let me, know what I'm saying? And I think the Ring I kind of felt that way with the Ring too, just knowing that if you watch that videotape,
yeah, it's coming, right?
And you got 7 days, you know what I'm saying? And that phone ring, because that's what we was doing. We was calling people 7 days, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I remember that. That was live back then. Yeah. Can't get away with that now. Yeah.
Nah, you can't get away with it. The house, you know what I'm saying? You call the house and do that shit, hang up. They're like, what?
It attracts you down and everything.
Yeah, man. Exile says it's not DC, bro. It's Warner Brothers who are ruining the characters. DC does great with the comics.
He's right.
No, you're right. But remember, it's different divisions, right? So you got DC Comics, which is totally away from anything that Warner Brothers and DC Films does. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Warner Brothers is just like with Disney. Disney owns Marvel. Anything Marvel, even Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? They can't use Spider-Man in movies, but they own the Spider-Man property. You know what I'm saying? So anytime Spider-Man is on a t-shirt, if it's a Trapper Keeper, a sticker or whatever, Disney gets money from that. You know what I'm saying? Because they own Marvel as a whole. WB owns DC as a whole. But then you start breaking it down into divisions. You got DC Films, you got DC Animation, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So when you have stuff like that, it's separate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's separate. So DC, whoever's the chief executive or the editor in chief over there at DC Comics has nothing to do with the films.
Right,
but
at all.
WB as a studio has something to do with DC Films.
Right.
They'll stick their hand in that pot and say, "No, we shifting this around, moving this, that, and the third." They'll do that because
the money guys.
Right. They have the right to do that. You know what I'm saying? And they know movies. I can't say that they don't know movies. It's WB. You know what I'm saying? They know movies.
Making movies since before we all were born. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who am
successful?
If I'm DC Films and somebody from up top from WB comes down and say, "Nah, we shifting this, moving that, this, that, and the third," who am I really to say, you don't know what you're talking about?
And guess what they're gonna tell you? Okay, well, we'll find somebody else.
Yeah. So
you saw how Ray Fisher's been scrutinized, man, for opening his mouth. Gal Gadot's she's catching her little heat for opening her mouth too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, DC is like, either you're gonna fall in line, you're gonna straight up fly right, or we're gonna find somebody else.
Find somebody else. Remember, DC Films, that division with Walter Hamada.
Yep.
He's the guy over there. And that's who Ray Fisher called. Ray Fisher called out some WB execs, but he wasn't necessarily as mad with them as he was with the DC execs.
Right.
Because they were the people who were moving. They were floor level. You see what I'm saying? They saw what was going on. So yeah, it's both. It's WB and DC. It's WB because they're allowing the behavior to happen. Right. They're not intervening. They're not stepping in. It's DC because they're the ones who are acting stupid with the way that they're doing these films.
Right. They're mismanaging the film. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Not DC. And when I speak DC, I said it. It's not DC Comics.
It's DC Films.
DC Films. So to wrap it all up, yes, I do think DC WB hates its fans. the momentum, you had a momentum swing. What was it? When did Snyder? Last month, March?
Yeah.
2 months ago?
Yeah.
You had a big momentum swing. You could have capitalized. You could have said, well, we're not keeping Snyder on, but we are going to keep that going. We're not keeping Snyder on, but we're going to keep that going. I think that would have solved what it is, 2 birds in the bush is worth whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could have appeased everybody with that. What got me was, and I know we got to wrap it up, was when they announced that Batman film.
Right.
I knew it was over. I knew this, and I knew it was over, and I knew the shenanigans was about to start coming. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, you announcing the Batman film, but you still got this universe going, but then you're saying this Batman has nothing to do with this universe. I'm confused. If I'm confused and
everybody is a fan.
I'm on top of y'all guys. Imagine the people who just, trying to get down or want, you know what I'm saying, or looking,
trying to figure it out because they're new.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, what is going on? And I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, I knew once that came out, the shenanigans was going to happen. And then they gave us Snyder and said, all right, here you go. But nope.
We're not doing nothing else with it.
You know what I'm saying? Why even do that?
Right.
Why even do that? Why? That's just going to make that made everybody, man. Because we saw a movie that had such great potential, right? Come out. We saw how you fumbled that ball, and now you're saying nah.
Right.
Makes no sense.
Not at all.
But what you want to say anything? Any last words?
I said my piece. I think they need to switch. I think they need to switch gears. And do what works for you guys. You guys make animated films all the time.
Yeah.
You guys know what works for these animated films. You can make them as gritty as you possibly want to, and kids can still go see them because they're cartoons.
Because they're cartoons.
Yeah. Right.
100% agree. 100% agree. Well, guys, that's our time, man. Well, we had an hour and 50 minutes almost. Yep. I appreciate everybody who came and joined in. I got to figure out how this Facebook thing. I don't know why some of the Facebook comments don't come up. I gotta figure out that. But everybody who joined in, I appreciate it. XR, you the MVP, bro. You
always.
You the MVP, man. You keep coming with some good topics, man. Keep or good takes, I should say. And keep pushing. I'm gonna tell you this. Keep pushing your agenda. Push that, man. Find like-minded people who want to see what you had. You know what I'm saying? Want to see those styles of movies from these comic book movie creators, and push that. Build that voice up. Get that voice loud. Be proud of that, man. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I know I give you a little bit of shit because you bring up the SJWs and you know what I'm saying, the pansy thing. But if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Push it. Exactly. And say, hey, look, man, I'm not just a minority. It's a whole shit ton of us who want to see this type of film. You know what I'm saying? So push that, man. More power to you, dog. Really appreciate you. Yep.
Be your own movement, like I said.
Be your own movement, man. But that's our time, man. I appreciate it. Kobe is good. He said he ain't got nothing to put out. I really don't have nothing to put out. I'm thinking about using a different platform to stream with. I don't know yet. So Kobe, I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
How I do that. I might go to Streamlabs or something like that. I don't know. But I enjoyed it because I use StreamYard right now. It's not necessarily giving me problems, but sometimes it slows down. Like, I don't know what happened today. It was like a crash. I'll play with that a little while later on tonight. But
cool.
Other than that, that's it, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to support the channel, hit my Cash App, $ Bluminati, BLUMINATI. And then also go to www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. There you can do what you do, leave comments and everything. So you ain't got to go home, but got to get the hell up out of here. Peace.
Take it easy. Be safe.